But the question I have really quick is, we are the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers. Check us out at www.myspace.com/UCOFW, or you can check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/UCOFW, or you can send us a tweet on Twitter at http://twitter.com/UCOFW. Check us out. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, this is Senica Harris coming to you once again with the Urban Coalition of Freelance Writers. You already know, check us out at www.myspace.com/UCOFW. Check us out on youtube.com/UCOFW, and you can also hit us up on Twitter. Check us out, follow us, see what's going on, check the updates. We have a lot of stuff coming up, especially this week. Like I mentioned to you, the website will be coming soon. The new Blog Talk Radio show will be coming soon. So what you need to do is get with it and get into it and keep tracks, keep following us and seeing what's going on. Now today I have the privilege, as always, you already know, we have Mr. Michael Snyder on the other end with us today. Today we're going to be discussing a very, 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 very important issue, very controversial issue, very, just like I said, just very important issue that we have been seeing more in the media lately, and it has to do with community relations with cops or different law enforcement officials. And pretty much this surrounds the recent controversies here in Indianapolis dealing with the police brutality incident that happened between, I think his name is Brandon Johnson, which happened on May 16th here in the city of Indianapolis, where he was pretty much brutally beat down by 5 IMPD officers. We're going to touch on that briefly. And also, we're going to be talking about the recent incident that happened in Seattle, Washington, where this girl was punched in the face by a police officer. And I'm going to have some controversial opinions on this. Now, initially, when I heard the situation with the Seattle Police Department, I had I was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was pissed off. But after looking at this situation, and I spoke to Michael about it, and at first, I was heated. But after doing some thinking, there are some things that we, as a community, we need to do when we are approached by a police officer, whether the officer's right or wrong is a totally different thing. You can't control what the officer do, but you can control what you do. So we're going to talk about that today. Now we're going to jump right into this. Michael, are you there?
Yes. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, I guess I really want to start off with this first question. In your opinion, what is the main misconception that the community in general has when it comes to police officers? What misconceptions do you see, and also what can be done to eradicate these misconceptions?
Well, first off, usually when someone has a brush with law enforcement, it's not a good day.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Whether it be, a simple traffic stop, somebody see the red and blue lights in the rearview mirror, they're going, oh, great, not again. Or, great, just what I needed. Never usually a good thing. or even worse case scenario, you have to call them to your house for a situation, or you're involved in the situation. So just by the nature of it alone, people aren't usually having a really good day. And the other part of it is, nobody, as the old saying goes, nobody likes the police until you need one.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there's a whole myriad of different scenarios we could go there. But the biggest misconception that I see is that they think that the officer is just there to cause them a problem. And, that's not really the case.
Now, we're not going to really disclose because, your particular, what you actually do within the law enforcement arena, but you have worked with several police officers, and you've been in the game for, like you said, we were discussing earlier, for years.
Yeah,
So
I've got over 10 years of law enforcement experience with 3 or 4 different agencies.
Wow. Now, in your personal experience, what would you? Okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay, group of teenagers are driving. Joyriding is on the weekend. It could be young adults too. Driving down the street, and I will say it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and they get pulled over by the police.
Yes.
What is the first thing that they need to do when they are confronted with this issue or this scenario?
Well, and I know a lot of our younger people today are thinking, even some that maybe still live at home with their families, thinking, oh God, mom or dad's going to kill me. God, this is going to be horrible. So, chances are, no big deal. It's not the end of the world. Even if you did do something wrong, it's not the end of the world. It'll be all right. First thing, of course, pull over, stop, put your vehicle in park, and some people choose to put their hazard flashers on, entirely up to you. It's not a bad idea if it's after dark and you're along an interstate. May not be a bad idea. But chances are the officer's got lights on his car. They can see. You don't need the flashers. Put the car in park, shut the engine off, and take your foot off the brake. Because if you're sitting there with the engine running and, foot's on the brake and the brake lights are lit up, as this officer approaches your car, he's sitting here thinking, okay, is this person going to try and drop it back and drive and take off on me? These are little things. Also, a lot of people, and it's good thinking, their heart's in the right place. They're thinking, okay, God, I need my driver's license, I need my registration, my proof of insurance, and they start rumbling through the car for all these things. You know what? The officer will give you a chance to get that. He'll tell you what he needs. Just sit there, shut the car off, roll your window down, and just wait for him to get there and tell you what's going on and what he needs from you. Because the reason we say that, as he's approaching this vehicle, obviously the police officer is doing whatever his job is, and as he's approaching this vehicle, he's planning on getting done with this traffic stop alive. Mm-hmm. So for his own safety, he's looking at what's going on in the car. Now, from his perspective, if there's a lot of people rummaging around and hands going in every different direction and people, turn around and gawking and all this and that and just all kinds of movement in there, he's going to be on a little bit more of a guard. He's going to be sitting there going, okay, that's a lot of hands to keep track of that might or might not have weapons in them. So it's in, people try really, they've got a good-hearted perspective to it, but just kind of sit tight there, wait for him to get up there,